Hey, what's up, sophomores? This is What Did We Do Last Time for Thursday, December 6th and Friday, December 7th, 2019. Last time, 29 journal. Remember, you have to do the journals even if you're not here. 29 journal was write a short story about a city of mice living beneath my shed on the theme of revolution. Next up, I had you guys take notes on how to write a theme statement. We've done some work on theme statements before, but I tried to make it easier. I have this handout. It'll be here below. Let me just go over some of the basics really quick on how to write a theme statement before we just wrap up here really quick. All right, how to write a theme statement. Step 1, stories have multiple storylines. Do you know what a storyline is? A storyline is what happens to some characters, and there could be multiple stories going on in the same story, right? So first step, just pick a storyline. Pick the storyline that seems most important, or really just pick any storyline. Step 2, make a list of all the possible topics. Now remember, topics they look like this kind of. They are one words that describe what it's about. For example, Shrek really isn't about ogres, it's about friendship, right? Step 3, look at this handout and pick one of these methods for figuring out what the story says about that topic. The easiest thing to do is to think about the main characters in that storyline. Think about what happens to those characters, what decisions they make, how they change, something that happens to them. In every story, in some way, a character changes. So pick a character, figure out how they change and why they change, and that'll give you a hint about what the story says about the topic. Another thing you could do is pick a topic and think about what side the story takes on that topic. For example, with Shrek, maybe the topic is isolation or being antisocial. Does Shrek, not the character but the story, say that being lonely is good? No, over the course of the story, Shrek the character learns that he needs people in his life. So the story takes a side on antisocial behavior and says, actually, even though you think you don't want people, you really do. Another method you can do for figuring out what the story says about a topic is to pick that topic and think of all the causes. What caused that topic to happen? Okay, I have right here a list of templates where you can just plug things in. So what you do next is look at this worksheet. It's not really a worksheet, it's a handout. And look at this handout and plug things in and see if it makes sense. For example, I'll try to show this to you. Right there, zoom in, there it goes. It says, name of story shows that event from story can result in event from story. Shrek the movie shows that opening yourself up to people can result in better friendships and happiness. Something like that. That's not great. I just made it up. Step 5. Now listen, this might be the most important step. Step 5. Avoid making absolute statements. For example, don't say all swimmers are annoying. That's just not true. All swimmers aren't annoying. So instead of saying all swimmers, that's an absolute statement, say something qualifying. Qualifying means limited or made smaller or more precise. So instead of saying all swimmers are annoying, you can say, think about it, some swimmers are annoying. Or some swimmers can be annoying sometimes. At the bottom of this handout, I made a list of absolute phrases and things you can say to qualify them instead. And on the back of this, I made a huge list of topics, and this should help you. Okay, so what did we do last time? I had students take notes on this, and then we watched one episode of Phineas and Ferb, and together as a class, we made a theme statement about that. And then we watched another episode of Phineas and Ferb, and each student on their own had to write a theme statement about that. That is the assignment on Canvas. So if you weren't here last time, watch any episode of any show or any movie or any video game, or if you don't have the interwebs or TVs, read a flippin' story out of a book. Doesn't really matter. But watch an episode of something, write one perfect theme statement about it. That assignment on Canvas is called Practice Theme Statements. Now I know it has an S at the end, like it's plural, but really you only need to write one perfect theme statement. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. This is like my worst video ever. I'm so sorry.